Have you ever been scrolling through the news and just stopped and thought, that headline sounds weird, right? They're super punchy, they're dramatic, but they're not quite normal English. Well, today, we're going to crack the code behind this secret language. So let's just dive right in with a little puzzle. I'm going to flash 3 real headline examples up on the screen, one after another. Your job? Just try to spot what they all have in common. You ready? Let's do it. Okay, first up, holiday hotel death. Yikes, sounds pretty serious, doesn't it? But does that actually sound like a complete sentence to you? In the next one, more wage cuts. Again, totally straight to the point. We get the idea, for sure, but something still feels like it's, missing.
And finally, this one, steel plant blaze. Yep, 3 words that paint a very clear picture. But is it the whole story? Is it a full thought? So, what is it? What's the secret code here? What is the one grammatical piece that all of these headlines are leaving out to get that punchy, urgent feel? Take a second, think about it.
All right, if you guessed that they're all missing a verb, you are absolutely right. Nailed it. So let's crack this code wide open. It all comes down to one simple, really powerful rule of, let's call it, headlineese.
And here it is, the big secret. Headlines just love to ditch verbs. They throw them right out. So instead of a full sentence like, a fire broke out at the steel plant, you just get, steel plant blaze. See? They aren't complete sentences at all. There's something called noun phrases.
So, what in the world is a noun phrase? Well, think of it like this. It's a single idea that's built around one main word, the noun. It gives you the who or the what, the subject, but it leaves out the action. It's the topic, but it's not the whole story.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting, looking at how these noun phrases are actually built. Let's get in there and dissect a couple of these examples to see this whole principle in action.
Okay, let's go back to that first one. Holiday hotel death. The main word, the core noun here, is death. The words holiday and hotel are really just acting like adjectives. They're describing the type of death. Put them all together and you've got one solid noun phrase. No verb anywhere.
And believe me, they can get way more complex. Check this one out. Record drugs haul at airport. Okay, so the core noun phrase is record drugs haul. That extra little bit, at airport, is what we call a prepositional phrase. And it just adds more detail. It tells us where this haul happened. But there's still no action word. It's all just one giant noun phrase. Once you start looking for this stuff, you're going to see these patterns absolutely everywhere, building from really simple ideas into much more detailed headlines.
So look here. On the left, you've got a super simple structure, like steel plant blaze, just a couple of words making one concept. But then on the right, you can see how it expands. Blast at Royal Palace takes that core noun, blast, and adds that prepositional phrase, at Royal Palace, just for extra context. It's the same rule, just with a little more flavor. And this really just shows how flexible this structure is. Just look at all these different examples. More wage cuts, new ban on immigrants, leap in imports. They all seem totally different on the surface, but they are all built on that exact same verbless, noun phrase foundation. Pretty cool, right?
You can really see the patterns when we break them down like this. More wage cuts is just an adjective plus 2 nouns. Leap in imports is a noun, a preposition, and another noun. So they can mix and match all the different parts of speech, but that core rule stays the same. No verb, no problem.
So what's the big takeaway here? Well, understanding this one simple grammatical trick gives you a kind of X-ray vision. Seriously, you're no longer just reading the news, you're actually seeing the architecture behind the words. So, let's just do a quick recap. First, headlines drop verbs to be short and impactful. Second, they're built around that core unit we've been talking about, the noun phrase. Third, these can be really simple or they can be expanded with extra details like prepositional phrases. And finally, just recognizing these patterns helps you decode the news way faster and with a much deeper understanding of how that message is built.
So there you have it. You now have the secret decoder ring. And my question to you is, as you go about your day-to-day, what's the weirdest, punchiest, most verbless headline you can find? Because once you start looking, I promise you won't be able to stop seeing them.